Hello, my marvellous sausages, and we've got another Legend Lost sector for you. We're in the Chamber of Starlight on the Dreaming City. Let me show you where this is on my map. It's in the Ria Silvia area, and it's kind of tucked down the bottom here. You do have to come around and jump down to see it, but it's pretty easy to follow. Just whip your ghost out. It'll point you in the correct way. Now, let me show you exactly what we've got here to deal with. This one, I think, is pretty easy. This is a good build too, so it's a pretty easy one to do. We've got all our standard malarkeys here, so we've got solar and void shields, we've got our normal modifiers, we've got locked loadout, of course, and limited revives, we've got overload and unstoppable chumps, there's solar threat in here, and we've got epitaph as well, so taken combatants generate blight geezers, armor geezer. What else have we got? We've got our normal overcharged weapons. The surges are arc and void, and there's an overcharge on swords as well. Let me show you my build. Now, I'm using a void warlock for this, but I'd recommend you use void in any of the subclasses, and I'd also recommend you do this as well with all the subclasses. Make sure you've got these three on here: supernova, protective breach, and unto the breach as well, because the kind of weapons that we're going to be using, we're going to be creating void breaches, and then those void breaches, like defeating a void debuff target, is great. We've also got picking up a void shield breach gives you an overshield, which is excellent as well. And then we've got picking up a void breach causes your next source of void damage to create a weakening pulse. So they kind of all feed into each other. So any class that you're using, make sure you've got these three on. Now then, let's have a little look here at what I've got for my subclass. I've gone for my Void Walker, I've gone for my Nova Bomb Cataclysm, so it tracks gits. I've gone for a Healing Rift there, Strafe Glide doesn't matter, Pocket Singularity of course, and then I've gone for a Vortex Grenade, which is great, Chaos Accelerant, which improves your grenades, which is very good, you always use that one, and then this one, Feed the Void, defeating a target with a Void ability activates Devour. Devour is very, very handy. Then Fragments, we've got Void ability, Final Blows cause your target to explode, Echo of Expulsion, Echo of Starvation, so picking up a Void Breach gives you Devour, another way to get Devour, which is handy, and then we've got Echo of Persistence, which makes that Devour last longer, and the Overshield as well, and then finally we've gone for Lingering Grenade effects, have increased duration. What you could do here is change that for the one that adds weaken effects to grenades. Where is it? This one here, Echo of Undermining, because that might actually create more Void breaches. So it's up to you, but I've gone for the one which is for the increased duration of the actual grenades themselves. Now then, loadout. Well, for my Warlock, I'm using Nezarec's Sin here, which basically makes my uptime on my void damage kills increase energy rate for your abilities, so more uptime on my abilities there. And weapons-wise, now then, this is pretty important because there's quite a lot of long-distance rubbish going on here. So I'm using my Randy's throwing knife, but any scout would be good for you. Just something you can take off things at a long distance. That's very, very useful. Now down here I'm running my Hero's Burden with destabilizing rounds. I'd recommend destabilizing rounds because it makes things volatile around them when you make a kill, and the Hero's Burden is a really good one as well. But you could also use this, perhaps the targeted redaction, which is a hand cannon. That's excellent as well. But I've done a video of a list of all weapons with destabilizing rounds. You can have a little look at that. The message is up in the corner of the screen here. Go and have a quick squint and see which ones are of use there. But the destabilizing rounds are kind of the equivalent of Jolt, so not Jolt, Volt Shot, and also Incandescent. So yes, that's very good too. And then finally, I'm using my Leviathan's Breath. This will take care of the unstoppable champions, and it does a big concussive blast, and it's void as well. It's brilliant. It just sorts them all out. It's fantastic. And sorry, I forgot to mention Randy's throwing knife. I've got that as my anti-overload doodah, because I picked anti-overloads here for my scouts in the artifact. Right then, let's have a little look at mods, what we've got here for mods. So I've just got void siphons in there, really, so any void kills will drop orbs, and I've also tried to stick up my resilience and my recovery. My stats are dreadful. I really should be having 100 at least in one of these top two and 100 at least on the bottom two here, so I haven't really farmed armor to get those stats yet, but it's fine. It works absolutely fine for this. There's nothing to worry about too much here. I've also got heavy ammo finder on there as well. Now in my gloves, basically I've gone for orbs from firepower, which is my grenades, and then I've gone for this grenade kickstart. When your grenade energy is fully expended, you gain grenade energy from your armor charges, so that basically helps charge up your grenade. And there's my resilience mods in there. I've gone for solar damage resistance because it's a solar threat, so we want to make up for that here with solar damage resistance. And I've gone for arc reserves as well, which is completely wrong. What I really want to do is put in blinking, blinking void reserves. Yes, there we are. That's great there too. And then down on the boots, I've gone for a void weapon surge here. here. I've gone for stacks on stacks, which means I get more armor charges, and I've also gone for innovation as well, so it reduces my grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. That's very, very useful. And then finally, on my bond, I've gone for bomber twice here, so whenever I drop down a rift, it'll give me some grenade energy. I've gone for font of restoration there for my armor charges, and I've gone for resilience mod there too. Now for the titans, two things I'd recommend. My weapons are different here, but I just want to show you exactly what I've got here. I'd recommend the Heart of Innermost Light there, or Inmost Light, to help you with your abilities. And the only other thing I would recommend for your aspects is Controlled Demolition, because you're killing volatile targets, and when you kill volatile targets with Controlled Demolition on, you get a health bump, which is very, very useful. For the hunters again, I'd use the same weapons, but I'd really recommend the Geofalcon's Hauberk here. So what's great about that is your void weapons gain volatile rounds after you emerge from being invisible. It's really, really useful. You can have volatile rounds all the time on this, which is totally excellent. And as for your aspects, I'd go for the Stylish Executioner and Vanishing Step as well. So you're going to be having volatile rounds basically all the time, which means if you wanted to swap out your destabilizing rounds for something else, I'd recommend Void, to be perfectly honest, or Arc, because they're an Arc and Void surge. So here we go. First off, in here we've got an unstoppable champion and really annoying hobgoblin in there. So take them out straight away. Watch for the 3 bangs, and then the next thing we need to do really is stun him. Boom, there we go. Let's give him a grenade as well while we're waiting. That should reduce the amount of kick-ins you need to give with that bow. Because what's great about the Leviathan the Breath is that once you hit it with it, you also get that sort of blast that comes afterwards, like that, look. See, so the blast kills them too, which is very good. It's like a concussion blast which pushes gits away, which I do like indeed. We're going to just run over to pick up the Void Breach. And then what we'll do now is affect someone with this. Yes, there we go. Oh dear, then we fell off there. That was very stupid thing what I just did. Oh, we got a few dead there. That's good. And this is great just for taking them down, really. I mean, the chromatic fire might be a good choice as an exotic here for warlocks, but this is doing the business for me, quite frankly. We wait for our grenade to get popped up. Let's put that up, and let's sort out these guys down here. We tuck the grenade behind there, and I've charged it up as well, which is a massive help. Let's just take those guys out with the old scouts. Boom, 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 boom. The worst thing about this pit, those guys are very annoying, but also that chap there with his solar shield. He's the only solar shield in it who I find very difficult. There is one in the next room, but he just gets caught up in the kick-ins, that one does. This one can pin you down here and can be very, very annoying. So I'm just going to slowly work him through here like a difficult turn. Sorry, that made me laugh. Right, okay, then we go here. We do have one more bell in here and an acolyte's eye. Let's sort him out there. There we go. Come on, bugger off, you. Bloody hell. Oh, he's dead. He's dead anyway. Right, next, we're going to flick now to my submachine gun with the destabilizing rounds. Anything you can use void-wise, funnel web, would nice, or any kind of other destabilizing rounds. But I'm enjoying using my hero's burden at the moment. That's slick. Watch now. Boom, there we are. Volatileness. Ah, look, when they split up, that's the worst thing about these take and throw. But because they don't clump together like normal throw, they can sort of sidestep. It's really annoying. They've got strafe. I hate them. Cop off. Don't want to cop off for them. No, that's completely different. Now, up here, if you hang around here without exposing yourself, and I don't mean getting your parts out, stay behind this rock and take out these gits here, because if you go too far, the Overload Champion will see you and he'll rush you. So what we want to kind of do is take these guys out here without poking our heads too far along, which can be... Oh, there we are. And once the throw coming closer, switch to your stabilizing rounds. Yes, there we are. You can tell where they're going then. They've got a lovely little Christmas lights on them. There's one more. Don't conjugate the verbs, if you know what I mean. Right, go away. Oh, there's another one. Can't stand this sidestepping arsings. I'm not going up, though. I'm going to stay here, finish off this taken shite like before. And then we've got 2 hobgoblins up there. And if you do get any closer, they will chuck their 3s at you, which, of course, is very annoying. We don't want that, do we? No, we just want to take this guy out here. Yes, come along. A couple more. Boom, 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 boom. Lovely. And then we'll start on these guys up here. They don't take much at all, actually. What's he? Ooh, nasty. Come on, bugger off. Don't be tempted to walk up and get that overload in the face. Not the overload. The, is he hiding? No, I think he just saw me. Yes. That's the unstoppable behind there. There he is, look. Okay, we've got 1 hobgoblin up there. We can wait on him. Let's just finish this guy off while we're here. And the moment you kill this guy, another one will take his place immediately. Sorry, I ditched you. There he comes. He's going to plop into the center there. So we want to do the same thing with him. 1, 2. That's him gone. We're going to get our... We'll get me hero's burden out. And spread the void love. There we go. Eat my shorts. And you can eat my shorts as well. Get lost, get lost, get lost. Well, why don't you have one of them? Yes, lovely. Lovely void breaches everywhere, which is marvellous. Gives me devour and stuff like that, which is great. I've got me void overshield if you kill anything when your shields are down, which is very nice too. That's that bloke. So we've gotten rid now of all of the champions, and we've just got the boss has just appeared. Sorry, the unstoppable champions. We've got one overload champion left who's appeared where those hobgoblins were up the back there. So we want to just, we've got plenty here, so I think we can just take things out from here. Take this git out. 1. And the nice concussive blast from that destroys all the void shields everywhere. So, oh no, I did the wrong thing. I pressed R3. Let's get me a hero's burden out again to finish off these turds. Go away, you. I think the Taken Thralls are probably the most irritating because they just sidestep you all the time. Do you know what I mean? Let's finish him off here. Boom. Can I have him? One more. Oh, no. That was all for him, then. I hated him. He ate my arrow. Disgraceful. Boss gone. Boss gone. Now, we do have some turnips over here. So we'll finish them off with the grenade. And we'll also finish these off down here. Shouldn't be too much left of them. 1, 2, button your shoe. Go away, you. Come on. Okay. And that one's dead there as well. Are you volatile? No, you're not. Are you? Doesn't matter, you're dead. Okay, so the only real problem we've got left now... See, it's pretty easy, this one. The only problem we've got left now is the turnips up the back there. So we can stun him. Because we've got our overload scout in the shape of our beautiful Duda, and I think I'm just going to take him up from here. Oh, you know what I could have used? Was my super... Didn't even use my super, look. What a shocking state of affairs. Stun him. Look at him! No! Disaster! Killed at the cocky last minute, eh? Never mind. Right, for that, I'm going to stun you and use my super on you. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and... Will it reach? Will it reach? Of course it'll reach. Oh my god, he withstood the super! He's a super duper! That's unbelievable! Can you believe that? I bloody can't. I bet he's going to be full strength now as well. Has he gone again? Look at this! Look at this! Oh my god, he's turned into a huge arsehole! I can't stand it! I promise, I'm not getting annoyed at all. Well then, I'm just going to pick you off this. Shove up your ass. Go on, get lost. Look how quickly that guy is doing the older recoveries here. Come on. Right, do that. He annoyed me so much then. It's quite... Oh, see how easy that was. Did you see him taking that super? I'm using this take because it's so incredibly annoying. This game sometimes can really drive you round the bend, can't it? Yes, there we go. Let's see what we're going to get. Nothing, I'll wager. Well, we got some enhancement prisms and enhancement cores, that's good, and a Philomanth cover. So there we go. That is a pretty easy one to do, apart from that load of bollocks at the end. Let me know in the comments what you've been using for your builds, or if you followed my build and how easy you found it. And don't forget, give me a like and subscribe. That would be utterly fantastic, because it helps get the video out a bit. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage out. I hate overloads.